Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ and I'm back with Trashcraft Tuesday. So in front of me I have this soup box, so cuppa soup box, and I was having a wee think about what I could turn this into. I've got a few of this type of box. So first off, I'm just going to have a play, and if it doesn't work, well, you might never see this video. I'll do something else, and if it does work, well, great. So where the two bits of cardboard are glued together, I'm going to cut that bit off. Okay, so that's where I'm starting, and I don't want this bit, so that goes to the side. And then I'm going to trim off all these flappy bits because I don't want those either. Now from memory, these boxes don't line up once you've cut these off, because I don't know, they do them in different places. It must be part of what they do so that it folds up correctly. So I might have to trim this up a bit more once I've cut off the bits I don't want, but we'll see. Oops, I'll need to because I just went wildly off the line there. Right, so let's have a look, see. Yeah, so it's a little bit wonky. For what I'm going to do, I don't think it's actually going to matter whether it's wonky or not. But just to make myself happy, and the top doesn't seem too bad. This has got a little tear in it, but I think that'll be okay. So we're left with the front and the back panel and this bit here. Now if you were making a journal, which you could easily turn this into a journal, that would be your spine. But I have something in mind for this that's a little bit different. I was trying to come up with something different for you guys. And so I probably won't do the whole of this on camera because it will take a little bit of time. But I want to remove the shiny pattern off the cardboard. So that first bit come off really easily, and then the next bit not so much. So yeah, I definitely won't put you through me trying to get all this off. I'll just do a little bit so you can basically see. It is a little time consuming. If you don't want to do this step, then just cover it with paper instead. But I want to reduce the bulk of it a little bit. And that's the reason I'm doing this. I did think about just covering it with paper. That would be quicker. But then it's just adding more bulk, and I wanted to just pare it down a little bit. So this is going to be a very quick video, I imagine. It wouldn't be quick if I sat here and peeled the whole backing off. It's a good thing to do in front of TV. Just pick away at it. I haven't tried using a craft knife or anything to do this with. I just use my fingernails. Water, I don't know whether water would help or not. Might be worth a go. But other than that, it just takes a bit of time and persistence to get the job done. So there we go, you get the idea. So imagine that the whole thing's been peeled back and we're left with this card. Now that card could be written on as is. So I'm thinking for a journal, this will go in a journal. So this could be all written on, and this side definitely, because this side's all smooth. It'll remain to be seen once this is all peeled back how smooth it is. And I think writing on it with a biro would be the best idea, because an ink pen is going to bloom out on the card. So if I've got an ink pen here, so I'll just do a little bit here just to test it. It's not actually too bad. It's just got a little bit of bleed, just a very faint bleed, but just something to be aware of. If you do want to write on the cardboard, then I do recommend just an ordinary ballpoint pen as being the best option to avoid any issues with pen bleed, because you don't want to do all the writing and then can't read it because it's all sort of blurred together. So imagine that's all peeled back and whatever texture's left, you could then, once it's peeled back, if you didn't like the surface, you could then cover it with paper. And so we've taken away one layer and then added a layer back. So it's going to be not as bulky as if we just covered it with paper. But like I said, you can just cover it with paper if you don't want to do the peeling part. Okay, so now I need my journal. So I've got a bit of a coffee or tea stain on this page in my journal. So what I'm thinking is gluing this, what would be the spine down, onto a page in your journal. And then you would have this as writing space or decorating space, or you could put photos on it. So if you're going to add photos or images to it, then you wouldn't need to worry about covering it with paper. You could perhaps collage a few decorative bits on underneath your images if you like, or you could use the bleeding effect to your advantage and colour it up with some like Sharpie pens, alcohol based pens or things, or some ink, like, or even paint, like just to give it a bit of decoration. So glue it on this bit only, and then writing or decorating space right across here, and then flip this one over, and then again you've got writing and decorating space. So you've added considerably to your real estate in the journal just on one page. Now it is card, so it is thick. It is going to bulk up your journal, even if you do peel off this paper. Okay, so it's cardstock. It's going to add bulk. But if you're not worried about bulk, or if you like bulk, then like that's not a problem, and you can choose which page you have it on. And the beauty with the cardstock is when you open it out, even though it goes over the spine, you can actually still write on it quite comfortably. Probably not as comfortably as if you were just writing on a normal page, but comfortable enough. So this type of thing I would also recommend putting towards the end of your journal, so that you're not going through a whole month or however long it takes you to fill your journal of dealing with that extra bulk underneath where you're writing. So if I had it back here, attached back here somewhere, and was writing on the next page, yeah, it's a bit lumpy. Not impossible, but a bit lumpy. So that is really my idea. I'm going to continue peeling off the backing, and then I won't glue it into my journal until I know what page I want to use it on. And it might not be this journal, it might be December's journal or something. I'm not sure, but I'm going to reserve it for a day when I want some extra space to write or pop photos or something, and it makes a cute little album kind of thing. If you didn't want this to be sticking out, so see how it sticks out there, you could trim it off here, and then you'd just have a shorter flip on this side. And you could also glue it the other way so it opens out this way instead. And again, if you didn't want this part sticking out, just trim it level with the other piece, and then when it opens, it'll just be a shorter flip on that side. And then you've of course got all the space under there as well. So you're only taking up a small segment of your original page, but adding so much more. So there we go, guys. I hope that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I can see myself using this. I'm going to peel off the paper and tuck it in my journal for a day when I want it. Thanks so much for joining me. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.